In today's video, we're exploring the River of Light exhibition in Liverpool. It's on for 10 nights, and what's more, it's free, so count us in. Idiots we may well be, but art connoisseurs we are not. But we'll give it our best shot and try to educate ourselves and you as we go. If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, that one's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. Old enough to be let out alone, but it's always a bad idea. Go on, start off this adventure. Well, we've arrived in Liverpool and we've come to check out the River of Light, but as you can see...
It's not dark yet.
It isn't, so we're going to go walk around the Albert Dock, have a little look at the city, and then we'll check out some art installations. It started so well, but we were quickly distracted by a Ferris wheel and thought, we need to do that. Wills?
We've just got on the big wheel, we're in the capsule, but it smells a bit farty. I think the girls before us might have done a,
So naughty farty scouse birds had left us a present. Thankfully, it quickly cleared and the views were incredible. Ferris wheels make me so happy. The light was absolutely stunning. Now a review please if you would, Rach. This has been absolutely lovely. It's expensive, it's £13 per person, but you get 4 rotations and the views are undeniably amazing. Yes, as the River of Light installations were free, we splashed out on this instead. And I'm glad we did. Farty cabin and all. Next, we had a look around the Albert Dock, which was looking absolutely stunning. The Tate may have relocated for a while, but Liverpool Mountain is still standing loud and proud. As always, we were hungry, so we perused the area for food. Nah. Looks interesting. That's too sit-downy, so the bus it is. Now what do? Ooh, champion. No.
They do mulled wine. Ooh.
So bottoms up, bitches. There was not a healthy array of food on offer, so to accompany our mulled wine, we went for hot dog. Now how's that?
Oh yeah.
Christmas is coming, it's... first one of the season. Cheers. The hot dog was darn fine too, and before we knew it, we were ready for art. Liverpool really is one of our favourite cities in the world, and the light on this evening was just about perfect. But it wouldn't be Liverpool without... a lamb banana. We captured some of the most stunning shots of the city this evening, from the Fab Four to the stunning Three Graces. Surely we were ready for an art exhibition by now. Bring it on. Presenting United by Music, a 12-metre round, multi-purpose performance space that pays tribute to the music of Eurovision 2023. Well, it's very flashy and very round, and it's got cool colours and chases happening. Go on, art critic Rach, sum it up for us. So there you are, our first art installation, United by Music, honouring the Eurovision Song Contest that was held earlier here this year in Liverpool. What did I think of it? It's nice, it's bright, it's light. It does remind me of a bad disco in Ibiza though. Maybe I'm just not a connoisseur of fine art. Let's carry on. Someone put a lot of thought into that, and all you can say is bad disco in Ibiza. And they're getting married, how beautiful. And so is this. This is Nova, a sculpture that uses 56,000 laser-profiled apertures to recreate the moment a star goes nova and begins to quickly increase the strength of its light. Your review? We're here at St Nicholas's Church and the bells are so loud, and behind me is Nova. It's a really pretty one. This is my favourite so far. Excellent review. And the courtyard of this beautiful church was the perfect setting. But it's time to move on, and my inner John Ruskin has come galloping to the surface. Elysian, I'm ready for this. Wait, what? What in the name of the very hungry caterpillar is that? Now, upon post-filming study, I learned that the Elysian Fields are from Greek mythology. This is the paradise reserved for the heroes immortalised by the gods. I mean, really? Is it saying this to you, Wills?
It kind of reminds me of the Loch Ness Monster.
Eh?
Because it's got the humps and things, in it? Just like Nessie.
Oh, right. Yeah, if the Loch Ness Monster has overdosed on a bag of Skittles, maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very pretty and colourful, but it's just not banging out the message of a paradise island where fabulous people go to spend all eternity. Go on, give us your review, Rach. Do you like it?
Okay, so this is my favourite so far. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It reminded me of those marshmallow flumps, but my favourite description in there was from a little kid who went, "Is it like squeezed toothpaste?"
And that, ladies and gents, is the best review you're going to get all night. Well done, that kid. Next, it's Our Beating Heart, installed on the balcony of the town hall. As this giant heart-shaped disco mirror ball rotates, the street becomes alive as light dances and shifts, transforming the buildings. Loving it. Rach?
I like this one. It's got a bit of a disco vibe going on, but definitely Aquafresh is still my favourite.
Wills?
And I like the fact they've got loads of telephone boxes behind here with defibs for the heart.
Loving your review, Wills. And we're loving that doing this trail around the lights is bringing us to areas of the city that we don't often go to. Right, next, the Labyrinth. Now, I was super excited for this one. I pictured an exotic maze, a perplexing puzzle of passages, Theseus and the Minotaur and all that. Did I get that? No, I didn't. It looked like a group of 8-year-olds had been given a bunch of lilos and told to build a wall or 3. It was very disappointing. We gave it our best shot though, but Colgate Castle it wasn't. Now it's review time, and I think that this one isn't going to fare as well. So go on, Rach, what did you think of that work of art?
I'm not going to lie, that's my least favourite of them so far. It's called the Labyrinth, which I thought was like a maze. It's the rubbishest maze I've ever been in because you can see through the walls and there's only about 2 ways through it. And it had a bit of vibes of the old Aquafresh going on, but Aquafresh is still my favourite.
Ah, toothpaste towers. Wills?
And a true postcard in the pie style, it started to rain.
Before we knew it, we were in L1, Liverpool's main shopping area. It won't be long before the tree is up and mulled wine is a daily occurrence. Oh look, it's the Liverpool sign. Part of that spells... You knew this would happen. Right, stop it, culture. Florentia is the Latin word for blooming, and this installation was really cool. It's a relatively simple concept, but is so effective and shows the bloom of a flower in the day and the graceful folding away as night falls. You are encouraged to lie on your back underneath these flowers for the full effect. Now, Wills, review if you would this installation from a technical point of view.
When we first came to this one, I think it's called Florentia, I thought it was a bit rubbish, but actually it's really clever. You can see on some of the shots where it's hard to explain, but basically there were bands of probably plastic on like 2 little whirly bits and one attached to the top of one of the... I'm not making very good sense, am I? But it was very clever.
Yeah, not quite what I meant by a technical review. Rach?
I just wanted it to smell nice, and it didn't really smell of anything. Well, it smelled of the doobies, so if Scouse flowers smell of that, it was very authentic.
Ooh, the hot dog's wearing off. She's getting sarcastic. On to glow. Now, this is apparently inspired by the cycles of the moon and how the moon as a nighttime light source draws people in. Well, it's drawn me in, and there's a button to push. Brilliant. It's all very clever, but all I can see is poodle tails. See? The posts are designed in a circular pattern, showing the moon's different phases around the Earth. No, it's still all poodles to me. Thank God for the buttons to push. It's very pretty, but I'm thinking that a review is in order. Rach?
That was glow. I quite enjoyed it. I'm obviously a heathen, because all I can see is like poodle tail, so I called it Poodle Palace. But still, Aquafresh is my favourite.
You can't beat Oral-B art, can you? But wait, what's this? Night Whisper. Night Whisper is inspired by how humans are innately drawn towards light for warmth and a chance to come together. Its design is an 11-metre tall light bulb with moths inside flying towards the central filament. The light bulb illuminates to music, and each moth has its own light. It's review time!
That one's called Night Whisper. Let me just tell you, if there were that many moths in my bedroom, I wouldn't be whispering.
We forgot to mention it was November the 5th. and Liverpool Council had decided against fireworks this year. So we all stood by the Mersey and watched Birkenheads instead. Cheers! Then it was back to the Albert Dock for our last few installations. It was certainly a lot busier now, so we were glad we'd arrived early. The light and the reflections of the buildings in the water were just stunning, but it was time to find our next artwork. That looks like it. This is Emergence. It is a 3 by 10 metre pavilion which is made up of mirrors and more than 10,000 LED lights. As you walk through, it is supposed to have a meditative quality, focusing on the mood-altering power of light and sound. I'm not sure that meditation was what came to mind inside this one, but we did enjoy the experience. Now surely you're more cultured than when you set out this evening. Give us your review.
Okay, Emergence. Looked a bit like a spaceship, felt a bit like a cheese dream. Not sure about that one.
Nice to see you're still as ignorant as when you started. Come on, there's only 2 left. This one is called Lampshade Bouquet, and it's nice to see an installation whose name does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a bouquet of lampshades. Nice. They light up in pretty colours, and there are benches at the base of each one in case you're tired from all that walking. The arty line is that they're a twist of humour and poetry on an everyday object, but I think ChatGPT may have written that. Thoughts?
I really like those. Those were really, really pretty. I think they are now my joint favourite with Colgate.
But we've one left to see, and it will knock the toothpaste from the top. Back into Albert Dock to the final one, Ukrainian Dreams. This work is by artist Thais Porter, inspired by the Ukrainian folk artist Maria Primachenko. Her paintings transformed her experiences of rural life into a fantastic fairy tale filled with mythology and symbols which resonate with today's Ukrainians and speak of what is happening in Ukraine today. This display was simply stunning, and we were both transfixed by it. All thoughts of toothpaste and lamps firmly out of the window. And what a stage to play it on. But the night was pressing on, and we're not really night owls, so it was time to make our way back to the car. So some final thoughts?
Well, that was absolutely brilliant. I love that last one, Ukrainian Dreams, my favourite.
Technically it was pretty cool,
you
wasn't
can keep
it?
the toothpaste. That was so cool. And the setting as well, projected on an Albert Dock building.
It was lovely,
really,
wasn't it?
really good. So we're going to contemplate a little bit.
Ooh.
We're going to go home. We're going to do a roundup.
I'll give you a proper review.
See you there.
We're back, and I'm not sure you're ever going to get a proper review out of us because we're heathens
Are
when
we?
it comes to modern art.
Fair
We
enough.
really are. To be honest, I did love so many of them. So many of them I could take or leave, but the best thing about that, and big up to a Liverpool Council, is that's
It was free.
Yeah, and it's run for a few years now. It's on for about 10 nights.
Something like that.
Around the end of October, beginning of November. And it's just a lovely way to see the city. We love Liverpool.
Yeah, the thing I thought
Yeah.
was, I mean, there was nothing spectacular about the installations themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I work in theatre, our guys look those sort of things up all the time. But it was just a lovely
Yeah.
walk, wasn't it?
Families were
2
out.
kilometre, 2 mile walk,
Yeah.
something like that.
Families were out. We were just, saw bits of Liverpool we don't often
Yeah.
go to, and saw bits where, oh gosh, there's
Yeah.
some really nice restaurants and bars. We must come back
Definitely.
and see that bit. And
Definitely.
we love Liverpool.
And the light was
The
gorgeous
light
as well,
was
wasn't it?
just stunning. Walking along the front past the Three Graces, I love
And
this
the
city.
Bananas.
Yeah, love this. And then watching the fireworks across the
from Birkenhead.
Birkenhead. It was brilliant. So highly recommend the River of Light. If you're ever in the northwest, up north, at that time of year,
Go and see it.
Go and see it.
Definitely.
Right, we want to
Before we finish, definitely. we
Massive
want to say
thank you.
Thank you. Huge
Christmas
thank you.
has come and we've opened a Christmas present.
Yeah.
We had a Christmas present off Katie and Ruslan.
Thank you so much.
They-
It's really kind
yeah.
of you. You didn't need to.
I know, they're out in Qatar, and I think, Katie particularly, she misses the UK.
Yeah.
And loves...
Sent us a case of beer.
Sent us some
Cornish beer.
beers.
It's lovely.
They're really lovely, and that's so kind and so nice, and we really appreciate it.
We do.
And sorry it never made it under the tree. It just
you know,
beer's there.
Beer's
drinking.
beer is a
Simple.
beer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, is that all we want to say?
I think so.
I think so.
Let's sign out.
So let's sign out. If you'd like this video, that would be lovely.
And if you'd hit that button, hit the subscribe button, it's free.
Yeah.
And hit the bell to be notified of all the
Leave us
other
a
videos.
comment.
All that sort of stuff. Leave us a comment. Have you been to Liverpool? What do you think of Liverpool? What do you think of anything? Leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment. And as we say, in Postcard and a Pint,
Cheers to the good times. I said to my art teacher, how do you draw people? She said, you need to work on your personality. Oh.